fed her. She's gone back to sleep.
Better night last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit better.
I was wondering, have you any thoughts on a middle name for Gabby?
Oh, goodness. Getting the first one right was hard enough.
Can I surprise you, then?
OK. You still all right for this morning?
Yes, but I do need to do some visits this afternoon. My parishioners will be forgetting what I look like.
Well, I'll just cover the lunchtime shift and then I'll be home.
Thanks.
I promise. 2 o'clock.
So, where is he then?
I don't know, and I don't care. Did you have a row then? Oh, don't ask such stupid questions.
What was about?
Never you mind. So, where did you stay then? As if I didn't know.
The B&B, actually. Rodney's idea.
What do you think he stayed?
With Nicola. Your mad mother thinks he's having an affair with her.
What?
And not only that, she accused him in front of the whole pub.
Jess.
Well, I've never been so humiliated in my whole life. I've come to get my things. I was going to move out anyway. Now I just can't wait.
Where are you going?
I'm moving in with Nicola. Permanently.
Mum, how could you? Don't you start. Don't you think I feel bad enough already? And apart from anything else, I might even have lost my job. Rodney was there as well.
Now, just remember, Sam, if Pollard says anything about Bert today, you don't say out.
I didn't say out yesterday.
Oh, no, but your face.
What's wrong with my face?
Oh, never mind.
I know, Lisa. About the bag over his head, do you think?
Oh, not a bad idea, Zach.
Well, it might make Pollard even more suspicious, though, eh?
Oh, maybe you're right. Never mind, Sammy, love. Look, just be careful around him today. You know what you say and that.
Aye, only tonight to go, and then we've finished. £2 grand, Sam. £2 grand.
Hey, £2 grand?
£2 grand.
Shh.
Wouldn't he come in? Don't think he dared.
Oh, poor Phil. Yeah, leave that lot. We'll take him upstairs later. Was he all right about keeping the dog?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, go on through. So how are things at home?
Awful. Worse than usual. He's just gone back to talk to her now.
Poor Maggie.
How can you feel sorry for her?
Well, on that business with the earring, even I felt for her. Honestly, though, as if I'd ever try it on with your dad.
I know. She's balmy. Still, everyone knows she's balmy now. Expect your dad'll give her the sack now, won't he?
I shouldn't think it'd go that far.
You look rough, Mum.
Yeah, well, didn't sleep very well last night, did I? Worrying about Mark.
Someone recognised your mum when she visited.
Hannah's probably beating him to a pulp right now.
No. I know he's your little boy and that, but you haven't noticed he's been growing up all these years. Come on, he's about 20 foot tall.
She's right, he's a big lad.
Yeah, and soft as putty underneath.
Any road. He doesn't want you to interfere, so you've no choice. There's nothing you can do.
She's gone then. Moved out.
Thanks to you. How could you think I was sleeping with Nicola?
Well, you seem to be spending so much time there.
I'd been visiting Jess.
Well, it didn't feel like that. And there was all that business about the wallet, and finding you both here that time, phoning you up at lunchtime and finding you'd gone out.
That's what people do at lunchtime. They go out.
Well, what about all this business with the earring? I mean, don't you think it's just the slightest bit odd that the day after she makes all that fuss about losing an earring, I found an almost identical one under our bed? I mean, how did it get there?
Well, maybe it had been there for months, from the last lot to live here.
Oh, thanks very much, Phil. I know I've been busy, but I'm not that much of a slob. I do clean.
Under the bed?
Yes, of course, under the bed. Don't be such a man. I cleaned this chalet from top to bottom when we first moved in here, and the earring was not there then. Anyway, it was just underneath. Someone had put it there.
Oh, it sounds so crazy.
I sound crazy, you mean?
No. But I can't think of anything to explain it, can you?
No, except that I know that it's got something to do with Nicola.
Hello. For you. It's Rodney.
To carry out the baptism of a child is for me one of the most pleasurable and joyful duties I perform as a vicar, and I see it as perhaps the most significant event in that child's life. I cannot begin to describe the pleasure and the joy it gives me now to be able to preside over the baptism of my own daughter. And that's you.
Yes, it is. That's you. Yes. Yes.
This feels like my interview all over again, only worse.
Maggie.
Rodney, before you say anything, I want to apologise. I seem to have been in the wrong over just about everything. I humiliated you, your daughter, my family, myself, in the most public way possible. Wrong time, wrong place, and apparently wrong idea.
Apparently.
Well, the earring didn't seem to be Nicola's, did it?
No.
So I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry.
Maggie, I do sometimes feel that... Well, I'm not quite sure what goes on in Nicola's mind. Look, I want to be fair. The things you said, I don't mean about Phil, I mean about Nicola. Wanting your job, undermining you, trying to ruin your family. Have you any evidence of that? Can you give me any examples?
Rodney, after last night, I daren't even open my mouth. You see, the truth is, I haven't any evidence. I didn't finally have any evidence last night, even though I thought I had.
Oh, it's odd. That earring business is such a coincidence.
Yes.
Coincidences do happen.
Yes. Rodney, I presume you've come here to fire me, so why don't I just save you the trouble and resign?
Resign? I don't want you to resign.
You don't?
No, I don't. You're very good at your job, Maggie. You know that. And actually, despite everything, I know that too.
Thank you.
However, I do have some reservations. I can't have any more scenes like last night. You are management. You have to set an example.
I know.
I think you should take some time off. And if at the end of that time you come back and you still want to resign, then I'll let you go, reluctantly. However, if you change your mind and you feel that you can make a real go of it, I'll give you another chance. Deal?
Deal.
Ashley's really excited about tomorrow. I haven't seen him like that for a long time. Well, to tell you the truth, so am I.
That's great. Why don't you go home and tell him?
Yeah, it's really quiet.
I think he'd like it.
Well, to be honest, I think he likes being on his own with the baby.
I think he'd like to know what you just said more.
All right, then, I will.
Of course not, no. And the doctor said... Yeah? Yeah, oh dear. Don't worry, Ted, I'll be there as soon as I can. I remember, she always said that she wanted to be at home when it happened, and that's where she is. So you have done the right thing. I'll be there in, 20 minutes? OK, bye. Oh, come on, little one. Shush, 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 shush. We've got to get you to your mum fast. There's a poor old man, and he's in trouble. Let's get you wrapped up.
What do you want? You gonna tell everyone about my mum being a copper?
Might. Might not. Now, get lost.
I haven't said what I've come to say yet.
Don't push it, Mark.
If you tell them, that's fine, I'll sort it. But I thought you and me were mates.
I'd be mates with no coppers, son.
Look, I don't like having a copper for a man myself. But who I am is who I am. All right? I'm here because I killed someone, you remember? Nothing to do with me, Mum. If it was, I wouldn't be in here, would I? Now, it's up to you. But, well, for me and you being mates, I thought it was all right.
Can you find Bernice for me?
Bernice, she's not here.
She left to come over to yours 10-15 minutes ago.
I haven't seen her.
Well, she did. It was quiet. We thought you'd like it.
I didn't pass on the way. I know I didn't. I need her to look after the baby. It's an emergency.
I'll have her.
In the pub?
Well, I'll take her through the back room.
You're working?
Well, we'll cope.
I feel awful, but it really is an emergency. I've got an old lady dying. Her husband's in a terrible state.
Go on, Vicar. We'll help Diane. It'll be lovely to look after a baby again.
Yeah, me and all. Do you know, it's years since I've had the chance.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I think that's covered everything. But if you could keep my mum and Nicola apart, that might help things to go with the swing. Oh, and talk to any wilting wallflowers.
That's my speciality. All right, I'll bring the wine round tonight.
Well, at least that's one thing I know will be right.
It'll all be right.
Oh, I hope so. I feel like I owe it to Ashley, after everything else, you know, to make a success of it.
Are you sure you don't want to sit down and relax for 5 minutes?
No, I'd better not. I've got to go and bail Ashley out. Well, the truth is, Mum said I should let him know that I'm excited about tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's a good idea. Would I be gate crashing if I were to come with you?
No, of course not. He's got to get off soon anyway.
Good. Honey, I love to see my little granddaughter. Come on.
Hiya. Hiya. I ain't gonna say out. Ta. All right. Let's have a look at paper then.
Oh, I thought I wasn't going to make it.
It's all right. I was just about to lock up.
Oh, I didn't get back home until late. I was babysitting at the pub, the vicar's baby. When I got back home, he still hadn't eaten his dinner. And he hadn't eaten it yesterday either. In fact, he hasn't eaten properly for a few days.
He has lost a bit of weight, hasn't he?
Well, with not eating. At first, I thought it was just a little tummy upset, and then suddenly I thought, what if it's something to do with... What if it's something worse?
Well, listen, we'll do some blood tests and, there is a charge.
That doesn't matter.
Come on. The slimy gets gone. Course clear.
Where are you going?
Nowhere, Mother. Be quiet.
I feel like I'm sleepwalking.
There's only a couple of dozen gnomes stand between us and that money, Lisa.
Well, Nan'll be all right, Dad.
What do you mean?
On her own, like. Only sometimes she don't seem quite... You know...
With it. She doesn't seem quite with it.
Well, that's good coming from him, isn't it? She'll be fine. Come on, quick and quiet.
With it? With it? Of course I'm with it, you cheeky beggar. Anyway, I know where you're going. Going to do them gnomes, that's what you're going.
He didn't sack me and he wouldn't let me resign.
Great.
But he does want me to take some time off.
Oh, you could do with it.
Yeah, well, I thought we could maybe use that time to sort things out between us.
I'd like that.
But you don't have to move back in straight away or anything.
No, I think perhaps I should stay at the B&B. Well, till things feel a bit more normal.
Yeah, but at least we've got some time now. I wonder if Rodney will get to run things while I'm off.
Helly, never you mind!
Yes, I think I've heard about you. You're Zach's mother. Smell the resemblance.
They left
They'll hear you. What was that?
That's my mother singing.
Hey, there's someone with her.
This boy. He'll have seen the light on. Look, pack everything away, quick!
May I join you?
Well, I'm with Terry, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, he's just buying drinks. It looks like he might be quite a while. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Is everything all right?
Well, I've just been to the vets with Batley. He's having some tests.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. I just needed to sit down.
I didn't sack her, and although she wanted to resign, I didn't accept it. But I did tell her to take some time off.
Good idea. Poor Maggie.
Nicola, you haven't in any way contributed to the way she's feeling, have you?
Dad, I told you. I've been working my socks off to help her out. Especially because I could see she was getting a bit of a thing about me. I reckon it's just stress.
Okay, Princess. Well, you'll just have to take over as temporary manager. At least until she's better.
Anything I can do?
I'll get us a drink.
Damn.
Louise here was lucky enough to be at London Fashion Week, and you were at a Scottish show, in fact. Yeah. It's fantastic.
You're late. Oh, I see you decided to take Gabrielle out on your calls with you, did you?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I haven't been out on my usual calls. I've been with Ted Dawson, whose wife died this afternoon, about 2 minutes before I got there.
Oh, Ashley. I'm so sorry. You didn't take Gabrielle with you, did you?
No, I did not. Luckily, Diane and Louise and Len and Edna were able to look after Gabrielle in the pub.
Pub? Well, why didn't you come and find me?
Because no one knew where you were. I came to find you, and Diane told me she sent you off home to me and Gabby because she thought we'd like it, which indeed we would have. But you didn't come home, did you? You disappeared off somewhere again, on your own business again, leaving me with no way of contacting you again. And for once, it mattered. You put me in an impossible position, Bernice, not to go and minister to an old woman of 80 who was dying and a husband who needed me, or leave our baby in a smoky atmosphere for the rest of the day with a number of people who are trying to work and a number of others all willing to help, who are just trying to have a quiet drink. You let everybody down, Bernice. All of those people. Diane, Louise, and me, and above all, you let down your child. You let down Gabrielle.
Come on, shut the door.
I sorted it for you, didn't I?
Get out of my way, you silly old bag.
I'll put kettle on, make us a nice cup of tea, eh, Nanny?
Aye, we'll all have one. Supplies for the troops. Then we'll get this lot finished where Pollard can't catch us. Take tins back in the morning.
And you would have been caught if it hadn't been for me. I sounded the alarm.
If you say so, Mother.
We'd best get her off to bed.
I'm not going off to bed.
All right, then you can help. Here. One paintbrush, one tin of red paint, and one box of garden gnomes. You can paint their hearts red. That'll pay for a keep twice over. Now then, Sam. How's that tea coming?
Well, kettle's on, Dad.
Good lad. I'll go to show. There's no place like Nome. Hey!
Oh, God.
Just put Gabrielle to bed. Good. Look, I'm sorry about Mrs. Dawson.
She was such an amazing woman.
Look, about what happened, I think you were being a bit unfair on me, Ashley.
Was I?
Yes. Mum said I could leave work early to come home and be with you and Gabrielle. I wasn't planning on being late anyway, but I said yes because it's what I wanted to do. The only thing I did then was to pop next door to see Dad about the wine for the christening party. He asked me if I wanted to stay, and I said no. I wanted to come home. I mean, it wouldn't have been wrong if I had stayed, would it? Because in theory, I had until 2 o'clock. I couldn't have known about Mrs. Dawson, could I? But as it was, I came straight home. Dad came with me. We must have got here about 15 minutes after you'd gone.
Bernice, I'm sorry. What I said... I was obviously entirely in the wrong. I think I was still upset about Mrs. Dawson.
No, some of it was right. I mean, I'm not always around, am I? You don't always know where I am.
Everything's so complicated, isn't it? Our relationship, and where you live, and our jobs, and our hours. I don't want Gabby to suffer. Perhaps we should wait until tomorrow's over, and then try and get our domestic arrangements clear. What do you think?
All right.
Sort out where you're going to live, once and for all.